Okay. How are you doing today, Jen?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about why you're here?
I'm not happy with the relationship that I have with my mom, but I'm not quite sure how to resolve it, or if I want to resolve it.
When you say you're not happy with your relationship, what does that mean?
I don't know, I've always had a strenuous relationship with my mom. She has gotten to the point where I think she wants to be best friends with me now, and I just don't feel the same way. I don't trust her. I don't want to tell her things. And she can tell. She can sense that, and so it's causing a strain between us.
Okay, so you have experienced some sort of you've experienced something that has caused you to have a strained relationship with your mother, and you see that she is trying to repair it, but that you're not exactly sure that's something that you want.
You know, I don't know if there's any one specific situation. I think it's just been kind of a lifetime of different things, and me just being unhappy with how my mom has handled certain situations or how she's related to me. Yeah, I think it's just kind of a compilation of things.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And you mentioned that your mom has made efforts to try and be your best friend. What does that look like?
Well, I have 3 younger sisters, and I'm the oldest of all of them, and so she, growing up, was very occupied with taking them to, sports practices and doing this and doing that. So I kind of grew up taking care of myself for the most part, and I'm okay with that. I'm kind of an individual person. I don't really need her around, but now that everyone's older and out of the house, she is trying to reach out more. She's just a lot more communicative than like she ever used to be before, and I'm just not the same way. So our whole dynamic is changing, I think, because she's realizing, I guess I'm guessing that that's what she's thinking, is that she's thinking that everyone's grown up and gone away, and now I have to kind of be friends with them again. And she's like trying to go back in time almost, it seems, to do something that she didn't do back then.
And that must be hard to accept because since you were a kid, it sounds like she's been occupied with other things, and now that there's not her daughters to preoccupy her, she's deciding that she wants to work on a relationship that you feel has been broken a long time.
Exactly.
Have you had any conversations with her about this?
Well, there was kind of one conversation that happened by her choosing. Things got really bad between us right after my wedding. Actually, at my wedding and leading up to my wedding, our relationship was just at the peak of its dysfunctionality. And I really resented her after that, and even more so, I guess. And so then after that, she could tell, and I think she got fed up with the way things were, and she, wanted to talk, and I did not want to talk, and she kind of forced the issue, and so we attempted to have a dialogue about our relationship, and I just told her flat out, listen, I don't trust you, I don't want to tell you things. Basically, I didn't say I don't like you, but that's kind of, I was just like, you're my mom, I'm your daughter, that's it.
Yeah, so it was, you basically tried to communicate with her that, it sounds like you tried to communicate with her, this is really difficult for me, and that this is not something that's just easily just smoothed over.
Right.
And how did she react to what you said?
She was really hurt by it. I can understand, so I basically was telling her I was limiting how much involvement I wanted her in my life, and that was hard for her to accept.
And you said that that was like probably the only time where you've really tried to hash it out?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, as horrible as it sounds, I kind of just try and fake it with my mom so that we don't have to get into those conversations. Because I feel like when I fake it with her, like just fake being this daughter that she wants me to be, she likes it and she's fine and she's happy with it. And so I feel like it just kind of, is making her happy, and I don't have to get into details about anything, and so it's fine.
Well, so when you do that, when you just kind of say what you know will make her happy and please her, and she's kind of appeased, you might say, how does that make you feel about the situation?
I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I wish that I had a better relationship with her, but at the same time, I don't think that that's possible, so I feel like I'm wishing for something that's not going to be there. So, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Sure. Let me ask you this. In an ideal world, what would your relationship with your mom look like?
In an ideal world, my mom would have a different personality, and we would be best friends, and, we'd talk about everything, and she'd be here for me, and, I could divulge all my secrets to her, and know without a doubt she wasn't gonna, tell anyone. I don't know, it would just be more of like, I guess, a deeper bond.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty amazing.
But that's, in a world where she's not who she is. So.
Do you have an inkling into why she is the way she is?
She had a really rough childhood, and I try and cut her some slack based on that. But we all have our stuff, and obviously I had issues, as a child as well, otherwise I wouldn't be here. So I feel like I've taken steps to overcome, or I am taking steps to overcome my issues, that things that make me dysfunctional, and I know that she has addressed them before in herself in the past, but she's kind of just said, well, that's the way I am, and she's given up, and she's okay kind of living in this dysfunctional way. And that's just, I feel like that's unfair, because basically then I don't get to have a better relationship with her.
Yeah. Are these things that you've talked with her about?
Not specifically. I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, there are things that we say kind of in passing, and... I mean, she just gets really hurt by me. She has this image of me in her head because I'm her first child. I was, her little princess is what she always called me, and basically I'm, the daughter that's kind of moved away because I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And so she's really hurt, by me. So, like I said, I try and just keep things even-tempered, and I just try to appease her as best as I can.
Right. How does that work? How is that working out?
Well, when I have a good day faking it, she doesn't know the difference, and she's happy.
Okay. And on a bad day?
I make her cry because I end up saying something, rash, or just comes out of what I'm feeling, and, she's hurt by it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems like something that could be very painful. And it's also a really big step for you to acknowledge that. And, it's proud of you for coming in and being able to, work on it, knowing that, you are the one who can change you. And that's really all that your responsibility is. At the same time, if you were able to, if you knew for a fact that your mom would respond well and receive what you were going to say, what do you think you'd want to say? If you knew that she was going to respond well and receive it, what would you say?
I mean, it's kind of licensed to just say whatever I want to say.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking you to do. Like, if you knew that she would receive it, what do you really want to say?
I think I would tell her that she is, I don't know, geez, so many different things I could go with. I'd probably just tell her that she's crazy and that she's driving me insane, that she has issues that she needs to work on, that she's a blabbermouth, she can't be trusted with anything that I say, that, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a few more things I could say, but I'm not really sure how to put them into words.
Okay, all right. So there's some feelings that go along with kind of this whole situation, and you know, feelings that you might have a hard time expressing with words. How do you feel right now? Like, what are you experiencing right now, talking about this?
I mean, I'm happy that I'm talking about it for my sake so that I can learn to deal with it, but I kind of feel like it's a lost cause.
Really? What do you mean by that?
I just don't feel like she's going to change, ever. And so I feel like I just have to learn then to, I guess, rise above or gain a different perspective so that I can show her love and actually mean it and not fake it. But I don't have any expectations that she's ever going to change.
Is that your goal? Is that what you kind of your desire in this is for your mom to change?
I guess, yeah, in an ideal world, yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything about that, and I can't expect that she's ever going to get to that point.
Right.
So, again, it comes down to me kind of changing my thought process to better accept her for who she is now.
Well, in that same vein, what are some things that you think might be possible for you to work on within you and your mom's relationship?
I mean, I know that I don't want to make her cry, and I don't want to get to the point where I get so frustrated with her that, you know, I kind of blow up and explode on her. So I guess I would like to have, like, more compassion for her.
Yeah, like sounds like sensitivity, patience.
Yeah, patience would be a huge thing.
Patience, yeah. What keeps you from being patient now?
Just a lifetime of dealing with her crap, and I feel like I'm at the point where I'm old enough that I don't have to deal with it anymore, and I'm not, you know, I'm living on my own means, and I just don't need her anymore, and so I almost feel like it's kind of like my way of, like, putting her in a proverbial timeout.
Yeah.
Because I can just be like, well, if you're going to act like this, then you're not going to see me.
So, I mean, you said you know, some of the things that keep you from being patient with your mom. One of the big ones was just a lifetime of hurt, neglect, that kind of thing. Maybe that's a great place to start. Is, you know, talking and using these sessions to really work through some of the past hurts that you've experienced from your mom, and really kind of coming to a reconciliation with those, and being able to get to a place where those don't affect you anymore, to where when you interact with your mom, you're actually able to not think about what's happened in the past, but what's in the moment and maybe possibly what's in the future.
Yeah, that would be really helpful, I think.
Cool. All right. Well, time's about up, so let's make that our goal and continue with it next week.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.